Hey everyone, welcome back to Frugal American, where we break down smart living and savvy spending. Today we're exploring grocery costs from the 1950s to now. Let's dive in. Before we dive into each decade, let's set the stage for our journey. Grocery shopping in America has transformed, shaped by technology, culture, and economy. From supermarkets to online shopping, each era brought unique challenges and innovations. Understanding these trends helps us see how feeding a family has evolved. Let's look at the key factors influencing grocery spending over the decades. Let's start in the 1950s, the post-war era when America was booming. Families spent around $30 to $40 per month on groceries. Adjusted for inflation, that's about $350 to $470 today. Families cooked from scratch with convenience foods just emerging. As we transition from the 1950s to the 1960s, cultural and economic shifts influenced grocery spending. Post-World War II optimism brought prosperity. Families grew, and so did their grocery needs. Supermarkets revolutionized food shopping. Convenience foods became prominent. Traditional cooking blended with time-saving products. Families adjusted to these changes, reflecting a new lifestyle of convenience. This set the stage for future changes in grocery spending. In the 1960s, the monthly grocery bill for a middle-income family was about $40 to $50, which equals roughly $350 to $430 today. Supermarkets became more widespread, offering a variety of products. Processed foods and ready-made meals were popular, shifting how families spent their grocery dollars. As we transitioned from the 1960s to the 1970s, grocery shopping and food consumption were changing significantly. The end of the 60s brought a cultural revolution and a shift in how people viewed and purchased food. Supermarkets and ready-made meals grew in popularity, along with awareness about food quality and health. Families balanced processed foods with natural products. The health food movement began, and people questioned what was in their food. This period marked a more conscious approach to grocery shopping. By the 1970s, inflation hit hard, and grocery spending rose to $70 to $80 per month. Adjusted for inflation, that's about $450 to $520 today. Families had to stretch their dollars further. Fast food and convenience items rose, but budgets remained tight and home-cooked meals were the norm. As the 1970s ended, families faced economic shifts. Fast food and convenience items offered temporary relief. Home-cooked meals symbolized resilience. In the 1980s, economic stability began to take shape. Inflation stabilized, easing financial pressures. Dual-income households shifted towards convenience foods. The 1980s redefined the American culinary experience. In the 1980s, the average monthly grocery bill jumped to around $100 to $120. That's roughly $280 to $340 in today's money. Inflation-adjusted costs were lower than in previous decades. As inflation stabilized and incomes rose, more dual-income households emerged, influencing grocery spending habits. As we transition from the vibrant 1980s to the tech-driven 1990s, we see changes in lifestyle and grocery budgets. The 80s saw a rise in disposable income and the advent of new technologies like personal computers. Microwaves and kitchen gadgets became household staples, making meal preparation easier. Supermarket loyalty programs began, encouraging more spending. The early 90s brought economic optimism. As the digital age dawned, barcode scanning streamlined checkout, and cable TV inspired home chefs. These shifts set the stage for the 90s, blending convenience, quality, and variety. Join us as we delve into the grocery spending habits of the tech-savvy 90s in the next chapter. In the 1990s, families spent about $250 to $300 monthly on groceries. Adjusted for today, that's around $500 to $600. Warehouse stores like Costco and Sam's Club made bulk buying popular. The booming economy allowed families to spend more freely. As we transition from the 1990s to the 2000s, an interesting shift in grocery spending patterns emerged. The average monthly grocery bill rose to about $300 to $400. One of the most significant changes was the rise of health-conscious eating. Organic and specialty products started taking up more space on grocery store shelves. These products often came with a higher price tag, but many families saw them as an investment in their health. Additionally, the proliferation of farmers markets offered families more direct access to fresh, locally sourced produce. This supported local economies and encouraged a more sustainable approach to food consumption. These changes marked a significant shift towards more mindful and health-oriented eating habits. In the 2000s, the average monthly grocery bill rose to $300 to $400. Health-conscious eating became a major trend, and organic products took up more space on shelves. Many families saw it as an investment in health. As we moved into the 2010s, a significant shift began in the way we purchase groceries. The rise of online grocery shopping revolutionized the industry, offering unprecedented convenience and variety. Companies like Amazon Fresh, Instacart, and traditional grocery chains made it possible to shop for groceries from home. This new method saved time and allowed consumers to compare prices, read reviews, and discover new products. Despite concerns about fresh produce quality, delivery fees, and out-of-stock items, the benefits often outweighed the drawbacks. The pandemic further accelerated this trend, with more people turning to online grocery shopping out of necessity. The convenience and variety have made online grocery shopping an indispensable part of our lives, changing the landscape of grocery shopping. In the 2010s to today, middle-income families spend $400 to $600 monthly on groceries. Convenience, variety, and health are key focuses. Families find ways to save with meal planning, coupons, and sales. Technology is transforming the way we shop for groceries. From smartphone apps that track spending and find deals, to smart refrigerators creating shopping lists automatically, the digital revolution makes grocery shopping efficient and personalized. Voice assistants like Alexa and Google Home place grocery orders, making the process seamless. The cost of feeding a family has evolved dramatically over the decades, influenced by economic shifts and changing lifestyles. But saving on groceries remains a timeless strategy. Like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more frugal tips on Frugal American. See you next time.